today what you can do with the burger recipe, the nut pâté recipe, and so many variation you can do. And as you can see on my table right now, I have quite a selection of food that I prepared ahead of time. It's also what I do. I have quite a bit of something similar in my fridge in one container, mind you, or two, not necessarily in separate dishes like I have. But then when I need to assemble something, I've already prepared, cut, julienne, shred some of the, slice some of the elements that I need to assemble my food. It's also that, if you're a family, you can ask then members of your family to take the containers out of the fridge, put it on the table, and everybody can assemble the way they like. Oh, and that reminds me, there is one more thing that I forgot. So many things are on the table right now. I forgot to take out my chili. And then here I have my, wait a minute, here. The chutney, nut cheese, and I have a brand new chili here. So I'll take that as well. Those are, so all the recipes that I'm using, fresh vegetables, it's easy. You just get that at your grocery. And then the other ones are just the recipes that I have, that I'm offering to you. And I developed this system because when I started to do this, I had my children, 9, 11, and 14, 9, 12, 14, something like that. And so, there was no time really to, make an elaborate meal every time. So I came up with those ideas of using recipes and using them in many dishes. And so that way you can create, and it's up to you after that. You can create so much more than what I'm going to show you. Showing you right now is just a sample of what can be done. So let's just start with that burger I was telling you about. So I like to use the green leaf, this one, which is lovely. I just press down here, and then by breaking the center like this, it makes it possible to bend and without breaking. And then here I have the burger I was telling you about, burger pâté. That, if you like, you can warm up. You can do that. Just remember that when it's left as it is now, which is living cuisine, which is not cooked, you have more nutrients. I don't know what's left after being cooked. I also know that when you have living food, you also have the electricity, like it's alive. So there is the electrical charge. There is also, it's alkaline, of course. Alkaline will be cooked, will be the same. And then it has oxygen because it hasn't been cooked. So I know that for a fact. And then we take tomatoes. So not tomatoes first, my apologies. Cucumbers, why? Because when you bite, if you bite in cucumbers first, it's going to squish your tomatoes and the juice is going to come out. So cucumber first, tomato next. Tomatoes. And then after that, I use my alfalfa somewhere. It's right here. Actually, I have broccoli sprouts, which is even better. Broccoli sprouts is one of the most dense food. It's just unbelievable. And then, you see, I've got my burger. I can just close it like this. And then I use a bamboo that you can wash again and reuse. A little bamboo. There we go. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? Look how pretty that is. I also want to show you, you can also make mini burgers. So I'm using a smaller leaf. This. And then it's just that when you scoop them out, you use a smaller portion scooper, and then you can have mini burgers. So we do the same thing. We'll put some chili on it, some cheese on it. There we go. And then put it here. And I did cut the tomato, actually cucumbers as well. We'll just put one slice because it's a one little burger and a slice of tomato, but a little tomato, I use the Roma, and then they're smaller. And the same thing, we'll also put some alfalfa on top. There we are. And then this one, I have another little bamboo. You've seen those, right? With the nut on top. You need to have something to stop the leaf from coming out. That's why using a straight toothpick wouldn't work. So there, that's a lovely little burger for parties. You see what I mean? That's perfect for that. Okay, and then I'll just do a second one. Oops, let me just see. I think what I did is I forgot to start my video. So I'll start my video now, and then, oh, stop the video. There we go, start the video. Heck. So yeah, so too many. I need a technician with me. Okay, so yeah, so you break that part of the lettuce here, the center here, which allows you to bend without breaking. I have another little, I know I've got another little one. Where did it go? Oh, right here. Actually, I'm just gonna leave this knife in there and then take another knife. Be easier. There. So a little bit of chili, a little bit of that dill nut cheese. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm good with the video now. And then cucumber. Oh, and the other thing is I don't have a tomato for that one, but you put a tomato on top. Oh. Yeah, I need a technician for the video and I need an assistant for the for things that I don't have, that I missed. Okay, and there. So we have our little burgers that are ready for parties, and then a larger burger that the family can make. Okay, so now I will transfer those little burgers on a plate here. Go. And then I can continue with the class. Great. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is, I want to show you how to, oh, one thing I forgot, look at me. So if your family go, oh, Mom, I want my burger bun, bread is not ideal because bread has, it's flour. It doesn't have anymore the, it's called, it's just the flour is made with just one part of the seed. So it's not a whole food. So in your stomach, it's like glue. That's what it does. But, if it's a way to get your family to eat with the burger bun, hey, put the burger bun. Eventually, I started this way. Eventually, they won't have it. There you go. Look at this. Doesn't that look delicious? There. Okay. I'll put my burger here. Awesome. Now, next thing, I will show you my cutting board here. We'll do a colored roll. And here's my beautiful knife that my son brought me from Japan. Look at this, isn't it gorgeous? Made by an artisan over there, like, the real thing, really an artisan from over there. That was awesome. I'm so happy he did that for me. And it's sharp, super sharp, razor sharp. Okay. So with this one, it's the pâté. So before you make the burger that you dehydrate, you have a pâté, just like this. That pâté is absolutely delicious in a colored roll. You could also take a Swiss chard leaf. You could also take a lacinato or dark kale dinosaur leaf. That dinosaur kale, black kale, lacinato, it's all the same. You put the pâté on the leaf, just like this. Put the pâté here. Go. There. And then to that, we add the chutney. The chutney is a wonderful combination of ginger and garlic and raisins and lemon juice. It's so good. So, you can use it for other things as well. So those condiments that I teach you, the one I don't have here today is a marinated mushroom. It's, you know, it's just awesome. You can use them as with so many ways. Then you put your carrots in. I'm quite generous with the carrots. Oh, and one thing I didn't say is all the recipes, all the dishes I'm showing you now has the nut pate or the 𝗪𝗪𝗋𝗃, the burger bites in the dish, because it is nutrient rich, it is protein rich, minerals, vitamins, got it all. And then after that, you add the vegetables, phytonutrients, polyphenols, and voila, you've covered. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome to eat this way. So nutritious. Okay, so we have our carrots in there, we have our pate, and we roll. There is one. I'm good with the camera now. And there is another one. There we go. I'll just put it on this plate again because it's so nice for you to see the result that way. There. And again, your family does it the way they love it. You know, if they love more chutney, less chutney, more pate, less pate, they just do it on their own. That whoever is there at the table, your guess, it's a fun thing to do. You know, we have conversation going because now we are assembling our food, so it goes faster, and the chef has less to do. You don't have to assemble it that ahead of time. So I'll put those here now. There. And the next one. Oh, actually, I don't need that anymore. My cutting board right there. Everything is by my side. I will also teach, because I do this from home. I do it for my friends. You can do the same thing. You do it for your family, and then you can do it for your friends, and then it's a way to have an income. And you're at home, you can take care of your family at the same time. You don't have to travel to work. You don't have to, you know, buy all those clothes for work. Everything, all the expenses that come with it, you're just working from home. So that's why I'll show you at, you know, one time all how I'm organized, and then you can take that course with me. Okay, the next thing I'd like to show you, I'll show you how to, there you go, let's do this. How now you can use the bites. So we'll use the bites now. So I have this little taco shell, and then I'm putting a little sleeve inside. It helps to keep more of the, you know, more of the ingredients in. And then what I'll do is I have quite a few things around here. Why don't we do that? So I have lettuce already. So I'm gonna take some carrots. So you see what I mean when you prepare ahead of time? You just have those things here, and then again, your family just assemble their own as you like. So you're not doing the work yourself. And then I will add, oh, this is brilliant. So when you eat, if you can add some of the bitter, that's the frisée. That's a kind of lettuce that is a little bit bitter. It's not that bad, but the bitter are so good for you. So I'll add some of that. It makes it pretty too. See, when you do that, some of that. Then I have, oh, I'll wait for the bell pepper at the end to you know, for the color. This is radicchio, so I won't add too much because I already have a bitter. Radicchio is also bitter. And then here I have some mushroom, 𝗵𝗔 mushroom. Let's add those, a little bit of 𝗵𝗔 mushroom. And then other than that, there, let's put some broccoli, cauliflower floret. Just a little floret on top, like this. Now I will put the little, because the color, right? We eat with our eyes. So the color, there we are, some of the color here. And now I'm taking the burger bites, because that's what will add the protein to your tacos. And that's what, you know, when you eat those, you go, okay, you know, I feel satiated. Because that's what you need. So the key to eating vegan food is that you play with your the food that you have, and that they are protein dense and nutrient dense, and that way your body is fed, but also with a variety of food. That's very important in any diet. You know, vary your vegetables, vary whatever it is that you eat, but vary it so that you have a variety. That's very, very important. Here I have, it's a dressing that is made with, I don't have oil, I'm using sunflower seeds. So they say that oil is been processed, and so it doesn't have the nutrients as much as you would eat an olive, let's say, if it was olive oil, or an avocado, if it was avocado oil. So instead of using oil, I changed the fat content using sunflower seeds. You can use nuts if you like. That does the same thing. So you do a ratio with the water. I have that as well that I explained. Okay, and then let me just, you know what I should do is where can I do this? I just want to test. Oh, I'll do it on the side here. Oh, that, perfect. So now, look at this. Oh, so pretty, looks so yummy. This one is made with herbs, basilic and oregano, and it's delicious. So there you are. Again, let me show you. I'll come closer. See how delicious that looks like? I can do it from here too. So we have another. So again, you know, you have your food ready. You can assemble all of that in no time in your fridge. Okay, let me put that plate aside. I'll show you at the end all the different things. It's gonna be fun. Okay, my rag is here. Okay, next one. Next one, I will show you how to do a pizza pocket. Pizza pocket. So when it comes to bread, I was telling you earlier that too much bread is, you know, it's glue in your body. So the pita pocket, the advantage is that there is less bread. You eat less bread. Okay, so we'll do the same idea that we did earlier. We have all those vegetables. So I will start with putting some of that. That's the Roman heart. So stuff that at the bottom here. Some Roman heart. And it can be all, you know, any kind of lettuce. It can even be the you know, when you buy the lettuce, the mixed lettuce, it can even be that. Awesome. And then this time, yeah, a little bit of radicchio. Again, for the bitter, just a bit. Don't put too much. And if your children or the big kid in the family or the small children are not used to that taste, just put a little. Just put a little. Okay. And then, oh, well, I have some cucumber here. Why don't I put that cucumber in there? And I also have a little bit of radishes, which is nice. Again, you know, the bitter, which is awesome. And then I'll put again maybe just a few mushrooms, not too many. There we go. And oh, here I have some cabbage. Some cabbage here. Put some cabbage. Put cabbage just shaved on the mandolin. And here I have that beautiful avocado. I was so happy. You know, avocado is like a box of chocolate. When you open it, you know, you don't always know what you will find. So avocado, excellent source of fat. We need fat for the brain. So that's excellent for that. So let's put a few slices in each. Turn them around. Come on, buddy. There we go. Another one here. And here. There. That's the avocado. And now we'll do the same again. Just gonna take our little, you know, and I crumble them because they'll stay in the pocket better, of course, if they are instead of the whole piece. And also what it is when you take a bite, you have a little bit of, a little bit of the vegetables, a little bit of the burger bite, you have a little bit of everything. There you are. And then let's put some color on top. See? Just some color on top like this. Look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? And then let's use our dressing again. You can, of course, I have many different dressing, so you can change it. But as we know, that's what, having a little bit of dressing like this, it adds to the, it's less dry, so it's very nice to the palate. You leave the bottle on the table, and then people can put more if they like. Okay, now let's see if these guys, if I put them this way and this way, I think that, oopsies, this one doesn't want to stay up. Just see. This one doesn't want to stay up, so I'll use I need to get a stand for them. Oh yeah. Okay, let me keep them here actually. All right. Okay, let's keep them in the stand like this. Okay, I'm still in the camera. All right. Let's have a little bit more. There we go. Okay. It's here. No, it's true. I'm not sure if I showed you. There you are. Isn't it? Hey, look. So yummy. So nutritious too. It's perfect. Okay. The next one I want to show you is, I've got another stand here. It's with the tortilla. So we'll do one with the tortilla. We have more. Of course, that gives you more space to do more food, and which is awesome, depending on who you have for company. So I will put, again, that heart, Roman heart here at the bottom. I like to use the heart just because of the Roman heart, because it's a little sweeter. That's why I like to use this one. Okay, and then what we'll do for this one, we'll add a little bit of the carrot here. And this one, I have a yummy, yummy mix here. It's for a burrito mix, but that works beautifully here in the tortilla. So there you go. You had that. See? Look. Wow. Again, same thing. The family, the whoever, your guests, they can make it as small, as big as they want, as stuffed as they want. There. And I know there are some a little stand for the for that sort of thing that are individual, or I mean, 2 per person could be a good idea as well. So that, and again, not to forget, we put our burger bite. Now these ones, we don't need to add the dressing. You can do that if you like. You can have more of the dressing that you got to do the burrito. And then you can use that to also top, put some on top. And then let's just add, again, a little bit of color on top. There you go. And then maybe just a little bit of parsley. Oh, that's beautiful. Yum, yum. There you are. Look at this. There, look, right? So gorgeous and so nutritious. Okay, the next thing. Wow, so many options. All right, I did the burger, the 𝗵𝗵𝗃, the tacos, the pita, the tortilla. That can be a burrito. You can roll it if you like. Now the next thing we'll do is we'll do the pasta. So there we go. Oh, I think I have 2 plates there, so I don't have to use that plate. I'll put that plate over here. Okay, so first we'll do the pasta, and I'll show you the different option for the pasta. Just push this a little bit here. Is you can make ribbon pasta like this. Isn't that fun? You can make the linguine pasta like this one. This is with a mandolin. The ribbon is with a spiralizer, and this is with the spiralizer. It's just like noodles with the spiralizer. Okay, so when I do the pasta, again, for the look, what I do is I put the sauce at the bottom, just for the look. I find that it looks nicer if the sauce is at the bottom. So I'll put some of my chili. So that's what I'm saying. See, I'm reusing, and then some of the cheese. I'm reusing those in different ways. And then I'll just mix it right here on my plate. You can mix it ahead of time if you like in another dish instead of what I'm doing here. But I know that those two combined together are delicious. As well as, the cheese alone is delicious. The chili spread is delicious, so you can do that as well. So you have your base now. So your sauce is it will be at the bottom because the presentation is nicer. Okay, and let's see, we're taking the ribbon pasta. So, and let's leave it this way because it's so pretty. Isn't this just pretty? I just love this, love this, love this. Okay. Now on this one, what we'll do is we'll use a little bit of that. It's very nice, you'll see. So I'm just putting a little bit of that broccoli sprout on the dish. And then I will use the pepper, the confetti pepper. They just cut small and there. So you just throw them on. Think of it like cushion that you throw on the couch. Don't try to organize it. I did yellow, orange, and red for color. Of course, I did that. And then let's add, same thing again, just a little bit of the cherry tomatoes. It's just pretty colors. There we go. And then, of course, we have our bites. Now, this time, I will leave them whole. I'm not going to take them, I'm not going to break them up. And what happens is when you eat, that's when you cut into your burger bites, and then you mix it with your pasta. And there you go. That's your pasta dish. Isn't this pretty? And again, so delicious and nutritious. It always is. It all is. Okay, and then here, let me just grab my little bits here. Oops. Okay, all clean. The next one I will show you is the linguine pasta. So the linguine, what we can do for that one is same thing. I'll put the sauce at the bottom, just the same. I will use there. And then because it's at the bottom, it's a bit on a rectangle, and that's will go nicely with the linguine that is longer, right? Rather than round. So I find it's a nicer way to present it. There we go. So we have that. And I'll just use that sort of sauce on that one. And then you just put the linguine. Again, you know, you might want to go like your plate, follow the way your plate is. There you go, some linguine. And again, it's so light, it's so pretty. And then when you put it on your dish a little bit, there we go. That makes it nice. Again, some of the confetti peppers. And then some of the bites. Now this one, there you go. Let's separate the bite because it's a small dish. So I'm just opening them up and putting the open side up, which is lovely. Just like that. Here. And just a little bit again of that on top. And a little bit more of the, and also a little bit of parsley. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. I also have somewhere here the pea shoot. There you go. As simple as that. As simple as that. Okay, and then the next one will be the pad thai. And I just need to get a bowl. Hi. Hi. Okay, I am back. We'll do the pad thai now. So we'll start with some spinach at the bottom of our dish. Some spinach, some carrots, and so simple to make. Oh, you know what? Spinach, I forgot. Something else I want to put first. It's the lacinato, some julienne lacinato. Not julienne, chiffonade. Chiffonade lacinato. And then carrots on top. And then we have the shredded cabbage on top. And then we have the bites. Let's open them up. There we are. And then we have, that's my cat, you just heard. And then we have, it's not my cat, it's my friend's cat that I'm looking after for a little bit. And here we have the pad thai sauce. And there we are. You got a pad thai dish, just like that. Quick and easy, isn't it? So there we are. Okay, now I'm gonna clean it all up and I'm gonna show you again all the dishes I've made with that. Hi. Hey. Okay, I'm back. So I want to present you. I cut the burger in half. So you see the one with the bread, how delicious it looks, and it is delicious. It's so, so delicious. And then I added a little bit of the hemp heart on top of the pad thai, which also makes it, even more delicious. And like we said earlier, we have a little here pita bread that are stuffed. And then we have our tortilla and tacos that are stuffed with the burrito. And then the pasta here. And then another, the linguine here. So, and of course you can, you can put the burger bite on top of a salad. You can have a burger bite when you come home and you're hungry. So it's good for that as well. Bon appétit! Like, share, comment, and subscribe. You'll make my day. Thank you.